Hey, everybody, welcome back to this week's weekly market update, stock market update, basically. We are sitting here at June 2nd, 2023, and what a great week it's been if you're in technologies. NVIDIA's up, Apple's up, Tesla's up, Microsoft's up, they're all up, everybody's going up. Everybody's anticipating our Fed to start printing money. They already are printing money. They're just not telling us that they're doing it, but they're printing money, they're saving banks. They're refinancing debt at higher rates. The debt is spiraling out of control. They have to print money. I've been saying that for a long time. And as you know, if you know me, I'm usually really early. So listen to me and then do it later or something. I don't know. But anyway, the markets are doing great. They're all starting to go into some confluence. We're still technically in a red market short term, but I believe that's going to change by mid next week unless we get some kind of explosion in the debt thing, whatever, some stupid news. And that could happen and probably will, but whatever. I can't predict the market. I just react to the markets. How about that? Does that make sense? So let's talk about what we just talked about in our Cash Flow Machine Mastermind group, which is just a dynamite group of people. We have a good time. We talk about what the markets are doing. We talk about our system called the Cash Flow Machine, where we make reliable income by selling options during the week, and everybody's just having a great week and making a ton of money. So it's a lot of fun when everybody's making money. And most of the time we always make income, but sometimes the market doesn't work for us overall. Anyway, it's been doing great for us now. All right, let's talk about this. What we have are 3 red lights and 1 green light. And if we get another green light, we're going to go yellow. So that basically means that we have an overall market, which is yellow. Yellow means caution. Like it could mean stomp on the gas and go through the light, or it could mean hit the brakes. We don't know, but that's why we're yellow. It just means caution, get ready for a green, get ready, it could go red. That's how we read the markets. It's turning toward yellow and then maybe a green next week. Looking at this chart, it's a beautiful NASDAQ chart. If you're in the NASDAQ, you are feeling groovy. It's like you are in the zone. We're in a flow. NASDAQ looks good. The S&P looks good this week. It didn't look that good last week, but we had a bit of choppiness and we had a breakaway gap this week above kind of that resistance zone around 4195, 4200. And it's finally gapped above that. I don't know if it's going to hold the gap. I kind of think it won't because we got no volume holding it up. But hey, we never know. Price action is the more important thing. Volume is just a color commentary, like I always say. But the Dow now is starting to look pretty decent. We had a great market above the 50-day moving average, certainly bouncing and holding that 200-day moving average, which is what you like to see when you hold a technical market like this, folks. You want the market to show up and stay above that 50-day moving average. Good stuff happens above the 50. Bad stuff happens below the 50. Remember that, and that'll save you a lot of money, or maybe even make you some money too in the future. All right. New York Stock Exchange Composite is the worst looking index, probably because it's got those regional banks in it, probably because it's got the oils in it and it's bogging it down. This is great when everything's working, but sometimes when sectors don't work, like right now, you're seeing a lot of resistance, a lot of friction. And so right now it's up at its 50-day moving average. It's above its 200. It's got to do a lot of work to stay up there, frankly. So it needs some help from the oils. It needs some help from the banks. I don't think we're going to get much help from the banks for the rest of the year, but who knows what can happen. Depends on what the Fed decides to do and how much they're going to take our money to bail out all their buddies on Wall Street and all their buddies in the banking business that have given them tax donations or political donations. This volatility index is really interesting because look at the high to low in the last 8 days. It's gone from a high of around 2130 to now a low of around 15. So you're seeing a lot of movement there, and it's moving lower. The lower this goes, the more people are confident in the markets. The Dow Jones Transport's also showing a nice little bounce. Hang on one second. And since they're showing that little bounce, that's above the 50-day. So that's positive for the Dow itself. And when people are driving goods around the country, that's good for commerce. So, all right, quick discussion on Apple. Apple hit 482 million shares as a weekly high back in December of 2021. Okay, it's a long time ago, right? Not 2022, 2021. It just revisited that high this week, but it's only doing it on 250 million shares. That's a problem for Apple. If it doesn't get more volume next week or the week after or whatever, if it doesn't get more volume, it's not going to be able to bust through that like a big breakout. I suspect this is probably a resistance zone we're looking at, because this is an all-time high for Apple, and it needs more volume, guys, to be able to go through that. And you can take a look at Tesla, kind of the same thing. Tesla made a weekly high back in, I think it was like February, January of 2023. And it's basically given up a bunch of that as well. It was off a huge run up, and it did 1 billion shares when it did that, but now it's only at 500 million shares. I still think Tesla's going about 256, but it needs more volume to get up there and stay up there. Otherwise, people are going to start selling into these recent highs. So anyway, hope that helps a little bit, just kind of a little bit of technical analysis, stock analysis, market analysis. And I hope that helps you make some money, or at least not lose some money. And hope you've had a great short week, super holiday this past week. And I hope you have a super weekend. See you on the next weekly stock market update. Thanks for joining. See you later. Bye.